Hey guys, looks like I'm live. Hey Andrew, I'm glad you're pumped. Thanks for joining us today. Got some fun stuff planned. I hope you guys are excited as I am. Hey Doug, how are you? I need to do something about that shadow though, don't I? Let me see if I can fix that real quick. That helped any. Let's see. How is everybody today? Hey, Joe, how are you? Thanks for. Oh, now it's kind of dark. Maybe I'll just put it back. Let's do this. Yeah. Is everybody getting ready for Nats? I sure hope so, because it's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, John, how are you? Who knows what evil lurks in the cards of men? I like that. Yeah, 3 Seattles. John, who's in the Midwest. I'm sure we'll get a few more here in a minute, I hope. I'm having a little bit of difficulty. Can you guys hear me okay? Looks like YouTube's having a little problem. Diego, how are you, buddy? Good. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you. There, now we got it. YouTube's finally connecting. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Charlie, how are you? I am broadcasting from the underground bunker today, just because we got some top secret information. We don't want it to get leaked out. Sounds good. Thank you. Sean. Yep, we're back in the bunker, buddy. The Seahawks. Hey, Brian. Thanks for joining us. Howard, how are you? Yeah, too. Yeah, I know. Seattle fans are very happy. Hey, John. How are you, buddy? There wasn't even much of a game last night, right? There's Ricky with the yo-yo. Now all we need is Sean Ballantine to pop in with the ahoy. Oops. Do it like that. All right. Got a list of things to talk about tonight. You guys feel free to chime in whenever. Diego, are you still coming in on Tuesday, the week of the Nats? James, is the Nats. Is that the Nats mat, or did I just forget that one? This mat is the one that I do all of my broadcasting with here in the bunker. The Nats mat, I have been given permission to share that today. I'm going to put it up a little later in the stream, and then we're going to post it on Instagram and Facebook sometime tonight. So I'm actually going to try and pull it up right now. Pull it into my system anyways. Let's see. And then I'm going to be hidden from you guys for right now. But let me see. Yep, there it is. Oh, what do you mean it won't let me? That's not good. All right. Going to have to try something else. Why would it do that? Oh, I know why. It's an iPhone thing. I'll come back to it. We'll talk while I look it up. Is there a tourney coming up or something? Yeah, there is going to be a big tourney coming up. I think you got an invite to it, so hopefully you can make it. Patty Crypto, Boston in 2023. This is a 2-player mat. I would love to have the 1 player. We also need at least 1 more offensive lineman and 1 more receiver. Yeah, what's up with that goofball receiver you had on that team with showing up like he was a prisoner? Was that real? I don't know. I saw a video. I didn't care enough to dig into it. Tease us with the tip of the mat so we can try to guess Well, the problem there, James, is some of these guys in the chat already know what it is because they watched Friday night where I really spoiled it on Friday. What? YouTube's giving me a little error message. Are you guys seeing everything? Also, your audio is cutting out every couple of minutes. Okay, let me see what's going on here. It says my stream is in poor health. Let me change something here. Yeah, it's giving me an error message. Dual stream. Well, I can fix this real quick. And I don't seem to be able to do it real quick. See if it picks up a little. Let me go into studio and try something here. There we go. Let's see. I don't know why we're unstable today. Let's see if that helps things. Although YouTube says it's not. Don't want to do that. All right, maybe it'll catch up with us. Let's see what happens. I don't know if you guys saw the post on Facebook today, but we are going to do what? Man, this is bad. What is going on here, YouTube? Here, let's see. There we go. All right, let's see what is going on here. This isn't good. What is going on? Dashboard, what is this? Yeah, I know I'm getting an error. How can I fix that? Interesting. Close that. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why it's doing this. And it's, whoops, not letting me change anything. What the heck? There we go. Well, Saturday we're going to do another get-together in Columbus. It's not really a learn to play day. It's just get together and practice. Anybody is welcome to show up and play. Bring your decks. We'll see if we can find something for you. Man, the chat is not moving at all right now. Does that mean I'm disconnected? What is going on here? Bring your deck. Sounds like we're still alive. This is not good. Just like old times. Yeah, it's worse because I'm supposed to know what I'm doing by now. Let's see. All right, John says he can hear me. The rest of you hearing me? I think it is a problem with my Wi-Fi, but it shouldn't be. You're good now? Okay. Thank you, Ricky. John. All right, so Saturday we're going to get together and play test, do some serious play testing. Vlad and Sam, I think, are coming down from Cleveland. All the Columbus guys will be there. I think all of them. I don't know if Yusuf is driving up from Cincinnati, trying to get Chris and Miles to come up. Not Chris. Scott and Miles to drive up from Cincinnati. Yeah, I don't know. Nor couldn't make it tonight. He wanted to be here, but he had a required work dinner that he had to go to, so he couldn't make it. There now, YouTube is saying my stream is healthy again, and then with an excellent connection, so we should be good now. James says, I'm Ultra Ricky, so if I show up Saturday, expect to have to call me out on my miss. Well, it happens. And now the stream just went to... what is going on? Well, I wonder if this is a YouTube thing or if it's me. By me, I mean my internet. Yeah, my internet packed up and went to Florida. John, you may be more correct than you know. Let's see. Stream settings. It says we're... oh, wait. It won't let me do that. Let's see. All right. I will try to fix it here in just a minute as soon as it tells me I have a strong enough signal. Wow. The stream was going fine. They are lying to you. All right. So anyways, if you can make it Saturday, we would love to have you join us. We had 11 players on this past Saturday, and 2 of them drove to learn how to play. Don was an old-time player in the 90s, but he hasn't played it since, so he wanted to get a refresher course. Yeah, Andrew, I appreciate that, but it is not you losing the sound. It is YouTube. Well, and I don't know what's going on. Hopefully we can get through the night. This is terrible. Yeah, this ain't good. You're right, Ricky. It is just like old times. Hopefully I can get it figured out here in a minute. Or my internet can. Let me check one other thing. There we go. It says I've got the internet's good. Wi-Fi's up, strong signal. Try this. What is this? All right, let's see what's happening now. Okay, I'll just keep going. We'll survive it, right? All right, let's just skip to the week of the Nationals. I know Diego was planning on coming in on Tuesday. Felipe's coming in on Wednesday, so we're going to be playing all day on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday night, Joe's coming in. We're going to do a live stream together. I still haven't heard back from Thomas. I got to reach out to him, find out what's going on with him. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So, call Jessica. The problem is I can't call anyone because my phone is the camera. Both the new players really loved it, James, and he's probably going to drive back for the Nats and play side games on Saturday. So His daughter was with him. I don't know if she wants to make the drive again or not. And I didn't ask her age, but I'm guessing she was around 16 years old. And she did seem to enjoy learning the game. So Ricky's coming in Tuesday. Come on by, son. It'll be fun. I don't know what time Diego's coming in. But we'll definitely play. Hey, Ricky, want to do a live stream with me on Tuesday night? Diego and Felipe are going to do Wednesday night. I'd love to have you on. We're going to do it from the store. It won't be from the bunker. No special invites to the underground bunker for you this time. Sorry. Boy, I tell you, I don't know what is the problem with YouTube tonight. Yeah, it was great to see her. Sticks with it and continues to play. I can't even change the settings in this YouTube, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna see if I can do this and then this. And where's my chat? Pull the chat up. Go and do the chat in OBS, and then that way I won't even see that YouTube is struggling. All right, there we go. I'm just going to ignore the YouTube. I'm going to watch it through OBS tonight. So I'll be a little behind. There'll be a slight delay on answering your questions, but we'll get it. John says, sounds like a very full week of Overpower. Wish I could be there, but wheelchair travel is a pain right now. I should be fully mobile by April. That's good, John. Still praying that you get through this really quickly and successfully. So, James, I'm thinking of not playing the tourney scene during Nats and just doing the side games unless there's some promo that you can only get by playing. Do you know if there's one of those? No, there is nothing special for the Nats players that I'm aware of. And nobody has mentioned that. So play the side events and hang out and have some fun. You too busy with missing Guthrie. Oh, is that what they're covering a lot today? I haven't store with Jessica. We were pretty busy. She did a lot of work to help me prep for tonight's show. So I will eventually get into that. That's what this stack here is. She made me everybody's decks and how they finished in each regional. So we're going to go over those. Have no fear that I will not be spoiling any decks. It's not a complete deck. It's just the characters used and who played them and how well they did. I think it's just the top 4 from each regional. Yeah, that she pulled for me. Surprised to see that only Phil Keffer and Nor both made 2 top 4s. Sorry, not top 8s, top 4s. So that was pretty impressive. It was great to see Nor do. He can get one more top 4 as Columbus comes hard for the Nats. They'll be playing and play testing, live streaming Nats. If you want to play test your Nats deck, bring it. Bring a different deck to play. And I want to shout out Robin at Gamer's Edge. I've been using your mission cards a lot the last few weeks. They're pretty cool. I like them. So, just something I can do to help support my buddy in Pennsylvania. John says, we got you covered, James. Yes, we do. We need to... I know, John, I still owe you a reply to an email. Every time I think I'm caught up, I'm not even close. We're getting some decorations for the room. I put a really cool sign in there over the weekend. Guys seem to like. We're going to decorate the windows a little bit. We got 2 showcases already full of play mats and some booster boxes, and maybe a little bit of singles so far. But it's going to be like a small Overpower store in there. And I sold my only Omni-Man playmat on Saturday to a Yu-Gi-Oh player. And believe it or not, there are some Yu-Gi-Oh players that want to learn how to play Overpower. We're probably going to do a Yu-Gi-Oh convergence with Overpower after the Nats. I don't know that we'll have time to get one scheduled and done beforehand. There's a lot going on, as you all know. So let's talk a little bit about what to expect if you come in for the last chance qualifier, or if you're just already qualified and you're going to play in the Nationals yourself. Honestly, I'll have my skirmish deck on Saturday if I can rope some people into practicing that. I bet you will. Because I think Corey said he wanted to, but I'm not real sure. So let's start with the Seattle Regional. Now, that was the very first one back. Felipe got 4th place. He was playing Zorro, Leonidas, Jane Porter, and Dr. Watson in reserve with the Land Before Time. Now, that was the first appearance of Land Before Time, but it was not the last one, as Sean Valentine also played that. I would expect one or both of these guys to play another Land Before, the Land That Time Forgot, again. I'd kind of be surprised if they both don't, but we shall see. Right now, let's see. Let's pull these up just a little bit. There we go. Again, combat heavy, as a lot of the decks were in Seattle. We had in 3rd place Andrew Taylor. Andrew played the Wicked Witch, Mina Harker, Sun Wukong with Exception, and Billy the Kid in reserve. Land Before Time. I know I keep saying it. Yeah, you know where my mind is, right? It is the Land That Time Forgot, not the Land Before Time. Just be glad I'm not saying Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Andrew's Wu Witch deck played very strong. I think he only had one loss all day. Is that right, Andrew? Kind of crazy. Carpe says 80% odds Sean brings Land. I don't know about Felipe. I know those Brazilians are practicing a whole lot down there. I imagine they're trying a lot of different things. I think 3 of them are coming up, and I'm going to reach out to all of them maybe after the show tonight. There's Diego. How are you, buddy? Are you guys all coming up together, or are you coming separately? Marcio, Diego, Felipe. Andrew's had a very strong event with this deck. We'll see if he does it again. He'll bring some kind of Wu Witch, unless Joe Peters talks him out of it, right? Joe Peters, Joe and I were both playing Joan of Arc out there. He played it a little more bravely than I did. He played the Wicked Witch, Joan of Arc, Jane Porter, Dracula's Armory, and Morgan Le Fay. He was willing to KO Joan of Arc, which I did not do. I did not play that card. I was not willing to kill Joan of Arc. He was, and he was very successful with it, although he really struggled against Phil in the championship game but I think it was more his deck crapping out on him than anything else. Is that right, Joe? And Doug says, yes, he only lost once to Phil. And I was very happy that Joe Peters took Joan of Arc to second place. It's a very strong deck. And then, of course, we had Phil's winning deck. Zorro, Deja, Leonidas, the Round, and Billy the Kid. Not a deck that you should take. Somebody shows up for the last chance to qualify. It'll hold up against the Woo Witch deck very well. It's just got so much firepower. And of course, with Deja's draw 3, it could keep you in any game, any hand, if you draw it at the right time. The weakness to this deck was Deja. If Phil was still with this, I don't know that if he'd be playing this or not. I think he had decided not to play it at the next one. But that being said, I'm going to move on because I've been missing Phil a lot lately, and I don't want to talk about it. So, all right, in Columbus, we had our second regional, and Marcel the Goat took 4th place. And Jessica, thank you for doing this. Oh my gosh, this is so easy for me. Played the Wicked Witch with Deja Thoris, Captain Nemo, Barsoom, and Carson of Venus. Hey, Goat, are you in? I'm wondering, he's playing Barsoom. Did he actually raise Nemo or Deja Thoris in the deck? So if the Goat asking. And Joe said, Phil's draw was so good, really nothing I could do all game. Yeah, it happens sometimes. You just discard one card or draw a dupe at the wrong time. It could be really bad. And Phil was such a strong player. So, and he got 4th place with it. So that was very, very good. Phil Keffer took 3rd place in Columbus. And you know what? I don't even remember what I played in Columbus. I'm pretty sure it was King Arthur with Dr. Watson. I honestly don't remember. But Phil played Zorro, Leonidas, Robin Hood, the Round Table, and Billy the Kid. We're sure seeing a lot of Billy the Kids, aren't we? First time, a lot of L'Oreal, a lot of Zorros and Leonidases, a lot of Round Tables, very strong deck. Robin Hood, man, you just got to take Robin Hood out as soon as possible. He's got so many great specials. And especially when they're running 2 8s, you're gonna have a hard time knocking out both of those 8s. Justin took 2nd place. The Count of Monte Cristo with Sherlock Holmes, Victory Harbin, 221B, and Carson of Venus. This is interesting. I'm kind of wondering why 221B, but Victory Harbin is one of my favorite characters in the game. I'd love to play her on the front line, but she's just so more beneficial in reserve. I would think you're not going to get to play those teammate avoids if she's on the front line. But if Justin was in the chat, he might tell me differently. I'm curious to see what Justin shows up with at the Nats. I haven't heard from him. I'm not sure what day he's coming in. But another person I need to reach out to, right? And then, of course, 1st place was Derek Bertrand. He had a great day that day. Won the Didn't up the next day, right? He had Watson. Did he really play Burger King Arthur, or did he have the real King Arthur? Oh, Jessica, she did that to me on purpose. And son, what? Something ain't right here. She gave me the wrong character. Uh-oh. Let me see. Derek, let me find the cheat sheet here. Sun Wukong, King Arthur, Watson, and Billy. Sun Wukong, King Arthur, Watson, and Billy in reserve. Oh, there's Billy. Never mind. That's on me. There we go. She got me all flustered when she put the Burger King Arthur in there. A great deck. I tried a slight version of this at PAX at Watson in reserve and James Porter. Trying to shift into James Porter's avoid and discard and getting the +3 to venture. Did not do so well for me. Wait a minute, I didn't have one. What am I saying? I had Sun Wukong, King Arthur, James Porter, and Lancelot in reserve. Holy cow. My memory, guys, sorry. But Sun Wukong, King Arthur, it's a great combination, and Derek played very well that day. All right, let's look at the Toronto, our third regional. Patty Crypto says Carson and Sherlock both have reveal cards. Okay. Guess I haven't looked at Carson enough. I just look at his 2 cards that he's playing from reserve. Oh, yeah, the one per deck. Okay. That's why I got you guys in the chat, to help keep me honest. All right, the Toronto, our third regional. This one was a lot of fun. Zach V got 4th place. He played Sun Wukong, the Mummy, the Wicked Witch, Exception, and Billy the Kid. We are seeing a lot of the same characters over and over again, but we're also Wicked Witch and some Zorro, Leonidas have been on a lot of the decks, and Billy the Kid has been in reserve a lot. And the Mummy, removing hits, draw, and attack can be pretty powerful. So if you're going to go after the Mummy, you better KO him real quick, or it could be a pain to deal with that. It's not so much the draw, it's that they then get to it nasty. John says victory in the front line is great with Joan of Arc. She is, but you almost have to not run her teammate avoids, John, because I'm not going to let you play him. I think Sean had it on his list, right? Always attack her first. Don't let her use those teammate avoids. And then she gets to go get a power card. Level 1 through 4 intellect that maybe she can use to power her draw 4. So this was Nor's first really big day. He took 3rd place with Leonidas, Tarzan, Zorro, the Round Table, and Jane. This is the playing Tars Tarkas. I just could not compete against Tarzan. Tars Tarkas is throwing 6s and Tarzan's throwing 7s. And Tars Tarkas is 1 point more than Tarzan. So that was the one that just kind of made me give up. Nor beat me like 3 straight games. And I said that's enough. Tars Tarkas is not going to work when he's throwing 6s and Tarzan could be throwing 7s. So I kind of feel like there's no reason to play Tars Tarkas when there's Tarzan. Tars Tarkas 1 point more. And as you can see here, you can get 2 8s on there with Tarzan. And he's a monster. And Nor did very well with that, taking 3rd place. Proud of him. Phil Keffer got 2nd place. Again, this was in Canada. Phil played the Count of Monte Cristo, Leonidas, Sherlock, 221B, and Dr. Watson. Dual 8s, but it's got a split grid. It's kind of crazy. Everyone's a 5 combat at least, but Phil played it masterfully and managed to take second place with it, losing the last game to the one and only Thomas Keene. And it was an amazing game. Sun Wukong, Wicked Witch, Joan of Arc, the Round Table, and Billy the Kid. I like it. I like seeing Joan of Arc on all these decks. I didn't play her after the Seattle Regional, but I definitely like the Joan of Arc card character. Let's see. Doug says Nemo showed up a lot in Philly. Patty Crypto says Witch, Joan, Morgan, Victory in Reserve is one of the decks I'm toying with for Nats. Morgan can throw chains with Victory's multi out of reserve. And Merlin says don't diss Tars, he's underrated. I don't think he's underrated. I think he's overcosted. Like I said, Tarzan I think is a better character for 19 points, 1 point less. And when your 8-point stats, your 8-point characters are so expensive, you need every point you can get. It's just so much better. I'd rather have Tarzan throwing 7s. I love Tarkus. I love the character. I love his specials. I love opponent discarding 2 cards. But man, most characters can defend a 6, and not everybody can defend the 7s. Especially with like Zorro and Tarzan, each throwing a 7 at you. It makes it tough. But Thomas played Sun Wukong, the Wicked Witch, Joan of Arc, Billy the Kid, the Round Table, very strong deck. I don't know if he KO'd Joan of Arc. It wouldn't surprise me if he did. I mean, he's shifting to her twice, so he's got plenty of chances to KO her. So it kind of looks like the shift meta is pretty strong. See if anyone breaks it. John says, I don't run the teammate avoid for her in front, just to draw 4 the 3 multi 7 energy, and like discard that based results should probably not be in the deck either. Yeah, when I was playing her, that discard all cards with an intellect icon, when I got it off, most of the time they didn't discard anything. It was kind of funny. I think it happened 2 or 3 times. And at that point, it's like, yeah, I'm not sure this card should be played. Merlin said, there's your problem. You're too worried about having an 8, max 7, baby. Okay, we'll see if you come to the Nats with a max 7. We'll move on to PAX. The 4th and the last regional, Nor took 4th place with Zorro, Captain Nemo, the 3 Musketeers, the Round Table, and Jane Porter. Playing against Nor with this deck leading up to the event, I was real confident that he could do something with this because Nemo is just so good. He's got 2 Reaper stoppers, one against him, one for him, one for his whole team. It's just very strong. He did really well with it. He kind of put it away, trying to look for something else to play. Always looking for the next best thing. Is there something just a little bit better? Patty Crypto says, yeah, John, I dropped the intellect discard after a few test games. Yeah. I'm considering it featuring your buddy Tarzan. Well, Tarzan is a monster. I was going to dig out his specials before I started the show, but I ran a little late and didn't get to. I do got a question about him, but for another day. So Nord played very, very well. Actually, I thought he should have beat Ricky in the semifinals. He bet 4 in the first hand, but things kind of fell apart for him. I thought he had him after that first hand. But it was not to be. And Sean, hey, there's your deck. Who would have thunk it? Got Jane Porter with Sherlock Holmes, Joan of Arc, The Land Before Time, and Professor Moriarty in reserve. You gotta love a strong intellect deck. That's where Joan of Arc can really shine. There's not 4 female characters like Joe played in Seattle. I think a couple other guys have tried it, playing 4 female characters, but as Patty Crypto said, he's playing around with one. Sherlock with his negates, double negates, one a full negate, the other only offensive, but it is still a really good negate. And the land that time forgot. Did I say the land before time again? Oh my gosh. The land that time forgot, allowing you to make an attack with a power card after the opponent concede for 9 points. That's pretty rough. I know Sean beat me out there, and it really wasn't much of a game. I think we went close to the power pack, if not to the power pack, but it wasn't really a close game. Then Adam took second place with the Wicked Witch, Morgan Le Fay, the Mummy, Concepcion, and Raw in reserve. Really, Adam was really brave to play this. He's playing the event, I believe, to move Raw to the front line and hoping to get the staff card into play to make +2 to power cards. It's a great con. And then he won a couple more games before losing to Ricky in the championship game. It was a good game. So I'd be surprised to see something like this again. The Raw and the Wicked Witch concept didn't seem to take off, but it is very, very strong. You got to be a brave player, I think, to play that. Move your reserve character to the front. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. There's the one, though. Here's Ricky's deck. Went undefeated. Really proud of him for that. Sun Wukong, Dr. Watts, the Wicked Witch, 221B, and Carson. I don't know. A lot of people have talked about it afterwards. How do you beat this deck? Some are saying try and take out Watson before he gets a shift into play. Some are saying try and take out Sun Wukong before he gets a shift into play. Problem with attacking Sun Wukong is if he gets that remove all hits from his permanent record, it's tough to kill him. You better win those hands. You better win the venture on the hands that you're attacking Sun Wukong, because if he clears him and you haven't been winning the venture, you're in trouble. Ricky played it masterfully. We'll see if he comes up with something new or if he's going to play the same thing. Yeah, I know, Sean. I don't know why I keep saying Land Before Time. Oh, my gosh. Let's see. Merlin's Victory's intellect discard is either crazy good or crazy worthless. There never seems to be any middle ground. I totally agree on that one. You may get a lot or you may get nothing. You got to time it perfect. Cards like Victories makes me wish we had a sidebar. Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. Take it out. Patty Crypto says, when you play against someone as good as yourself, you'll just place out every card with an intellect icon when sitting across from Victory. Yeah, you'll place as many as you can, that's for sure. John says, Sherlock, Victory, Joan with Cthulhu in the back. Chains and teamworks with a bit of Baker Street discard. I don't think that's legal. Isn't Cthulhu? That's too many points, John, isn't it? How many points is Cthulhu? 22? And Joan and Victory are both 18 points. I could be wrong. Yeah, there you go. Yep, that's what I thought. Too many points. You're one over. Jane says, do you think Joan will become top tier in Skybound, or will her shiny moment be in Top Cow? And Ricky says, the internet connection doesn't like my deck. Sorry, buddy. I don't know what's going on with that. I've just kind of ignored it. James, that's a great question. I don't think there's enough female characters in Skybound to make Joan better than she is now. Although, if you put Michonne on there with her, maybe. But she's not getting a female 8 intellect character, which is what she really needs. The Wicked Witch with the 8 energy is still pretty close to Joan's stats. She's got Wicked Witch has the 5 intelligence. So Wicked Witch is probably the closest we're going to get to that. I'm not sure. I think Joan is probably already top tier. I don't think we've seen a lot of her so far compared to some would call them Wicked Witch, Leonidas, and Zorro. But she's pretty amazing in my opinion. So that's it. That's what is out there for the 4 regionals. You can see there was a little bit of progress on the meta. It kept changing a little bit at a time. Wow. Sun Wukong won 3 of the 4 regionals. So the first regional, Leonidas and Zorro did carry over and make some appearances, but Sun Wukong, man, when we play tested him, I think he was 23 points. They dropped him to 22, just made him a monster. Merlin says, combine Joan with Adam Eve. Eve has a special that'll make EFL truly brutal. And that's all I'm going to say without spoiling. Yeah, don't say too much. I think we should have already had Skybound out now. Witch, Joan, and Adam Eve. I don't remember how many points Adam Eve was, to be honest with you. But I'm sure you could work it because she's not going to be more than 22 points. And you could throw Jane Porter in reserve. And yep, that's probably going to work. Yeah, Sun Wukong should have easily been 23. All 8 should have been minimum 20 as well. Really? You think Sherlock should have been 20 points? He's pretty good. But 19 points is pretty... I think 19's fine. Victory Harbin is 17 in the front. What? No, she's 18, isn't she? And I got to go back through here and see where she's at. Victory Harbin. Oh, there she is. Let's see. She's an 18, John. Sorry, buddy. Oops. There you go. 18 on the front line, a 20 in reserve. And she's well worth 18 points to put on the front line, but then you're going to lose those teammate avoids. As Sean said, you go after her with any intellect icons. You do not let her use those teammate avoids. All right. Here's the deck that I've been playing a lot lately, trying to make it work. Struggling with it a little bit. Tell me what you guys think. Hercules, Poseidon, Mr. Hyde, and I got John Carter in reserve with the round table. Jessica says take Mr. Hyde off and move John Carter to the front line and put any 16-point character in reserve except Mr. Hyde. What do you guys think? Is she right? I really like Mr. Hyde and his specials, but Jessica, she says no. No, no, no. And right now, I'm going to, while we discuss this just a little bit, I'm going to play around with this playmat image, and I will adjust the size a little bit. Let's just go down to little. We'll save it, and then save. Oops, how do I do that? Jessica says I could even put John Carter in the front line and Hyde in reserve, and she'd be happy with that, happier with that. But I like him. I like playing Mr. Hyde. I'm going to play it when Diego comes up. I'm going to play test it really hard with him and see what happens. And maybe, there we go. Let's see if I can do this. Nope, it won't let me. John Carter is certainly a frontliner, but then that whole team is a bunch of frontliners. Yeah, that's true. Diego, why should we expect from the Sims team a couple new counter metas? Well, there's what I'm looking at right now. Poseidon, Hercules, Hyde, and John Carter. Poseidon and Mr. Hyde both have avoid, one attack may not be attacked. I'm playing the round table so I can place fairy protection on it. And if you take out Mr. Hyde, I bring John Carter up. The only card in the deck for John Carter is his 8 multi. Why not Barsoom? Because I want to place fairy protection. The only reason why not. Put Poseidon in reserve with his mill 7 only, but I want his avoid one attack may not be attacked for the remainder of battle. It's trying for a lockout. Patty Crypto says, what's JC do for you in reserve? Nothing. He just brings up an 8. An 8 multi-power special. And he increases to 7 on the brute force where Mr. Hyde's only a 7 or a 6. So if you take out Hyde, I'm bringing up another 7 and losing my 6. Diego said Hyde on reserve with the 6 can be a 9. Yes, he could be. I have yet to mill 3 cards to make that a 9. JC has a lockout too that's pretty good. It's a semi-lockout, right? It's combat and brute force. And I have thought about switching that, putting him in. I just want to play Mr. Hyde. And I did play Barsoom for the longest time. And it was fun, but it didn't win 50% of its games. Merlin says the lockout is a great tool to have, but it's never worth building a deck around as a primary tactic. Dark Cloud says I agree with Sean. This is still a pretty heavy-hitting team. The teamworks are pretty explosive. You run energy teamwork for Poseidon, the brute force that Poseidon and Hercules can both play. You run an intellect for Mr. Hyde. Hercules has a 7 for defense for the team. Poseidon's got the 6 to make you mill 3 and a 7 any power. I am going to try putting John Carter on the front line in place of Mr. Hyde. I'll play it both ways and see what happens. But, need the stars to align, and then a KL or negate still wrecks you. There are very few KLs or negates in the game, so I'm not too concerned about it. If you have a KL on your team, I'm going to go after that character so that that doesn't happen. Switch in Nemo and go full lockout with Cthulhu in reserve. Not enough points to do that. That's a whole new deck. Patty Crypto, I may have to look at a whole new deck to do that. Diego says play 3/8 JC and his lockout, hide in the back with the 6. Yeah, I think if I put John Carter in the front, there's really no need to play Mr. Hyde, except I just need the 16-point character, right? So the only other 16-point option would be Jane Porter. So I don't know. I'll look at this. Are you playing Poseidon's Mill along with any hero discard 5? Absolutely, I am playing both of them. Slow though, only 1 as from Poseidon, no negate. Good night and thanks for streaming. The dinner bell calls. Good night, John. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, I gotta try and save this image. Hold on. How do I do that? Where's the export? I don't want to export it. Do I? Maybe. Let me try that. All right, guys. You've waited long enough. I'm gonna try it. There we go. All right, I did it. I am about to share it with you. Oh crap. The play mat. Let's see, export. Where did I save it to? OPR. Oh, that's on. Okay, got it. So now, while you guys are trying to improve my deck, hey Chris, how are you? I made a Hercules Modern Mob Headless Horseman with Mr. Hyde in reserve. Never played it. Okay, well, maybe you should. What is this? Properties. Image. Browse. Let's see. Desktop. PR. There we go. All right. Are you guys ready to see the play mat? Oh boy, I gotta close that out a little so that I can trim it down. Well, that was a pretty big image. How am I gonna do this? Just play a starter. Why stress? Yeah. Nationals Game Twist. Everyone gets random starter deck and has to use that. Yeah, that would be something, huh? Yeah, James, I'm going to show it to you here in just a minute. Whoops, not that way. What the heck? All right, I'm having all kind of issues here. It's too big. How do I make that a little smaller? Have both of them in one of my skirmish decks. Nice. Plot alpha. Upload image. Not showing. Cancel. Let me see here. Oh, here we go. There. Did that do it? I think I did it. Oh, watch that not be the image. All right. Nope. That's the wrong one. There. All right, come on now. All right, you guys have had a little peek there, so I suppose you know what the play mat is already. Oh. Oh, this is sad that I can't do something better than this. There. All right. Nope. Douglas, come on now. Yeah, a lot of guys are kind of excited about playing skirmish, Chris. Um, we'll see how that turns out. I think it'll be a fun event. My goodness, Doug. Wait a minute. Let's do this. There we go. Now, maybe. I need this. Oh, that's way too big. Ah, got it. All right, I'm getting it, I should say. Okay, got that one. Now let's bring this one. Bring this one over. And, oops, not up. Where's it at? There. Come on now. Move up with me. Stupid thing. I know it. It's not the image's fault. It's mine. Why won't that move? There we go. All right. Getting closer. Getting closer. I'll have the play mat for you here in just a minute. Ooh, now all right. Whoops. Come back here. All right, I got it, I think. There we go. Studio mode. There's your top 8 playmat for the Nationals. You guys see that really well? Looks like it's good to me. We're going to have an invincible playmat for the Nats. There we go. Yeah, it looks even better in person. Let me tell you. They only sent 7. They said it was going to be the top 8. I don't know where that 8th mat went to. I only got 7 in. But no, they're all 8 there. They're beautiful. Pretty happy with the way they turned out. A little disappointed that it's not King Arthur ultra rare art, but it looks good, right? Everyone's going to want to practice a little bit harder to make sure they get that mat. Is it centered on the screen for you guys? Anyone trying to buy a regional top 8 Mina mat? Yeah, those are nice. I've got mine. Right now I don't plan to sell mine because I kind of like it. Petty Crypto. Woo, somebody win me one of those. But I was hoping for something more savage than that. Oh, no, I think this is very iconic. This is good. Yeah, I like it. Very iconic mat that anyone who wins it can be very, very proud of it. And I think it's definitely something everybody's going to be happy that they have in their collection. Hey, Lawrence, how are you? Yeah, this was a nice mat. I really like the Mina. All of them have been okay. There's none of the play mats that they made that was not good. Not a big fan of the Darkness or the Witchblade mats, but to each its own. If they sent you 7, perhaps they're saving a special one-of-a-kind mat for first place. No, they really sent 8. I'm just kidding. The 8th one disappeared into my collection before the tournament started, was what I was joking with. They're all 8 there. There is not a special for one for first place, which would have been really cool to do. Who is the artist on the mat? It's Otley art, I believe, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's Ryan Otley. me see. Do they put the where's it at? Where'd it go? This. I'll pull it up and see it a little. I got it a little closer. There it is. Yeah, it doesn't look like there is an artist tag on this one. Huh. That's interesting. They usually have the artist on it. I'll look at it tomorrow when I get in the store and see if it's maybe just not showing up. But that's your mat. We will, I'm going to close it off now. We will have, that is your exclusive sneak peek for now. It will be back. We'll have it, what the heck? What is this picture? I don't even know what that is. Let's not this one. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get my beautiful play mat back. Having all kind of issues with that. There we go. Get that out of there. What the heck? Aiming for this trophy. Diego, yes, we all are, for sure. It's going to be something to cherish, something we'll all be proud to say that we own, right? Okay, go here. There we go. Oh man, I got way too many. There, I'll just go with that. How do you feel about the schedule? I may actually be able to make all the regionals this year. We'll talk about that after the Nats. I don't really plan to bring that up. We'll go over the whole schedule a couple weeks after the Nats and talk about it. We'll look at all the dates. I know we announced the dates and everything. We have a schedule. If you go to the Discord, Ron did pin it to the top of the Discord, which is really good. So we'll be able to go quickly access all the dates. But I don't want to get too far ahead of the Nats. The next couple weeks is all about the Nats. Just want to build hype for that and keep growing this game from there. When we start talking, I mean, we'll have to turn it around really quick because Robin's first event for the Now is really quick after the Nats. I don't remember the exact date, but I'll need to make me a list of all the dates and keep it with me. I do plan to be at Robin's event. I'll say that much. I do plan to be at Robin's event, and we'll go from there. So, so meta-wise, what do you think? Will most players try to copy the shift meta or plan against it? I think it's 50-50 right now. A lot of players will think it's their best chance to win, and that's what they're going to bring. And then I think half the field's going to try and plan something that will beat the shift meta. I had maybe 60-40, 60% of the shift. Man, now that Joe's told me he's not going to play Time Traveler or Invisible Man, I'm anxious to see what he comes up with. The same with Thomas. Is Thomas going to repeat one of these decks? Is he bringing Sun Wukong back? It wouldn't surprise me if Sun Wukong wins a fourth straight event. He is just kind of a powerhouse. It just winning 3 in a row. Wow, it's going to make guys really think. Should I or shouldn't I play Sun Wukong? And I think a lot of them will decide to play him. But I really think 60-40. I'm curious to see what Columbus ends up doing. We've all been playing a little bit of Sun Wukong. We've all played a little bit of Wicked Witch. And I would say the odds are very high, maybe 80%, that Wicked Witch or Sun Wukong will win the event. Nats is only like 2.5 weeks away. Yep, it sure is. Sun Wu's likely for sure. Yeah. It just, the longer the game goes, the better chance Sun Wukong has to pull it out. So, if you're playing against Sun Wukong, you better win in 3 or 4 hands, because if you let him stick around, he's going to play some nasty tricks on you. John says, James, it's also Walking Dead and some other title, Birthright. Yeah, I'm disappointed that it got delayed, but I'm kind of like not talking about it so much, because I just want to focus on the Nats, make the Nats the best event it can be. I think when you guys show up, the atmosphere in the room is going to be exciting, and you're going to be glad to be there. You'll have a whole lot of fun, and when it's all over, we'll create some great memories. I hope you guys take a lot of pictures, post a lot of pictures, put them on Instagram, Facebook, tag Heroes and Games, tag Overpower Adventures, tag Overpower the card game, and let's just spread this joy of this game that we have. I think we can bring a lot of people into the game based on this Nationals. I know a lot of people in Columbus are really looking at it, saying, well, I can't wait for Skybound. I'll start playing. I'll buy some when Skybound comes out. But my goal is to make them want to play these characters and not wait for Skybound. I know one of the new guys in Columbus, Ray, he loves the World Legends characters. He loves this whole set, and he couldn't care less about Skybound. He wants World Legends Part 2. Yeah, I'm with him on it. I would love to see World Legends Part 2. But right now, let's enjoy what we've got. And when Skybound comes, we'll take another look at it and see what we have. There's so many characters in this game right now that there's still some untapped combinations. And I think we might see some of those in 2 weeks. James, it's an anti-meta deck. Yeah, sure. You're going to run into a lot of Wu Witch. You're going to run into some Zoro Leonidas. Well, there'll be other combos of the Wicked Witch and her nasty shifting with Harness the Wind. It seems like the most questions I get, people text me, call me with questions. Most of them are wanting to know, they have questions about shifting. So I think a lot of guys are really looking hard at the shift meta. It's kind of amazing that it took so long for Sun Wukong and the Wu Witch to come together. Derek didn't play it, did they? Did he? No, he didn't play a combo. Did Thomas play it? Yeah, Thomas did in Canada. And then Ricky did it in PAX in Philly. So we shall definitely see. Chris says, maybe I should play Time Traveler, Holmes, Carson, and Professor Moriarty. Right now, I'd try anything. Let's see. Oh, wow. I got behind a little. Wukong's my favorite character. I found hope that he wins it all. Raven Project, I can see some coming down to exactly who gets matched against who. If you run to the paper, to your rock, oops. Yeah. Merlin says, I agree. I like the World Legends more, but that's not to say there shouldn't be other IPs. Yeah, definitely agree. I'm having a lot of fun with these characters. Just as long as the new stuff doesn't edge out the playability of the old stuff. That's a great point. I would hate for Skybound to come onto the scene and now nobody wants to play the Mummy. Or Doug doesn't play Mr. Hyde anymore. You don't see John Carter. You don't see Joan of Arc. I want to see 3 Skybound characters and 1 World Legends character, at least. I wouldn't mind seeing 3 World Legends and 1 Skybound character. So I hope it does continue and it doesn't drown them out. I want World Legends Part 2 to get a Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp combo. Chris, I'm there with you, brother. I would absolutely love that. And you're bribing me with those cards to get me to come to Houston with Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp out of that card set. I love it. James says, I was a hater on World Legends copyright-free type still until this set. I didn't think they could make a public domain set as well as they did with these guys. They did really, really well. And it's got me hyped. I can't wait to go to the Pulp Fest, the Pulp Convention in Chicago and take this stuff. I want to really show it off to them. I know they bought all the World Legends Edgar Rice Burroughs cards I took last time. But this time I'm going to take a little bit more if I have any left and try to get them to buy a whole bunch of it and get them excited. Yeah, more Western characters, Jesse James, Calamity Jane, Wild Bill Hitchcock. I would love Wild Bill, for sure. I also want more mythological creatures like Circe, Achilles, Pegasus. We could definitely use that too. Beowulf, Eric the Red, Ragnar Lothbrok. I would love to see the Beowulf character. Yeah, that would be awesome. Another thing about things like World Legends is we can talk to random people and they know these people. Yep. And Chris says Beowulf would be cool. I would love a Beowulf. Making me want to go read this Beowulf story again. It's not a very long story. I could do it really quick. All right, guys. I want to thank you for tuning in. Watch for that playmat to show up on Instagram and Facebook. Hopefully sometime tonight. I may do it real soon. I'm definitely going to eat some dinner first. So you guys have a great week. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for all your patience while I was trying to figure out all this crap. Sorry that YouTube was such a pain in the butt tonight. But you guys have a great week. And I'll see you next Monday. What am I doing wrong here? I can't even sign off. Oh, Doug. Where's Nora when I really, really, really need him? Oh, there's the problem. Okay. Well, that is not the problem. Guys, have a good week. I don't know how I'm going to end this stream, but I'm out. I'll see you later. Ha, got it. That's embarrassing.